No. Oh. Oh. Hello. We are not yet live. We're getting there. We are getting there. Hello, chat. Yay! We're live. It only took YouTube, I don't know, like 34 seconds or something to get it going. Welcome, everybody. The chat is bopping and hopping already. I almost don't even want to do a stream. I just want to sit in the chat and hang out with you guys. So, I mean, I guess that's what we're kind of doing anyway. So, welcome. It is Monday. I just say this so that I can orient myself because you guys probably know what day it is. It is Monday, March 10th, and we are at 9 p.m. It is technically peanut butter jelly time. And so I have the pen. The pen that we're actually talking about is this pen. And then I also dug out some other pens just to make an announcement about them. And then I also dug out a different pen because I just wanted to show it to you. So, if my volume is low, it should not be. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I should be pretty loud at this point. But I'm going to adjust it anyway. Hello. Yes, hello. Welcome, welcome. So, let's hang out. Let's do it. The herd of unicorns. It is, and a raven. So, what I wanted to do was let people know because about a month ago I put up the unicorns for a pre-order, and I just want to let everybody know that I have them in stock right now. So, like raven's feathers, it's got the like the blue sheen, the iridescence. That's what we tried to capture. So, I think it's pretty spectacular. They're all in the shop, and as far as I know right now, the tariffs are not waived. No, they're waived, and also the $800 limit is not removed yet. So, get cracking. There we go. And also, if you're going to the Chicago Pen Show, I could bring you your order. So if you want to do that, just send me an email, gourmetpens@gmail.com, and we can arrange that. Oh, look how good they look. Oh, I'm such a genius. I say that as if I was, other than describing in extreme detail, as if I was involved in making the pens. I was only involved by describing in extreme detail. So, what flavor of jelly or jam goes with peanut butter? I will eat pretty much any jelly or jam except for marmalade. I mean, I will eat marmalade, but it's not a peanut butter thing. But like strawberry with like strawberry chunks, blueberry, raspberry, anything really, I have no complaints. So here we go. Here we go. This is the Kyuseido Kakari. Although I'm guessing it's pronounced or said as Kakari. The one that I have here, he actually does not have. So this is CY's pet pen, and for me, the highlight of the pen is actually the nib. As we know, I'm obviously I buy shiny pens. I like really pretty pens. But for me, the most appealing part of a pen is the nib. So the pen can be pretty ugly, and if the nib is spectacular, I'm still gonna like it. So for me, the pen, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I could tell you about the pen. I don't really care. I really just want to play with the nib. And CY describes this as heritage meets modernity, and it merges the best of traditional artistry and modern techniques, resulting in the story of the people and products that aspire to capture emotions in motion. Yeah, I'm gonna just play with it and show it to you. A couple things that I could tell you. This is the black titanium, and there is also a like the regular titanium color. They're all really pretty. There is like crazy urushi versions that are like $2,000 plus. This one is not that. Sorry. It is one of the interesting filling systems. honestly, I don't even care about the filling system because I tend to just eyedropper my pens. But I can show you. You can see the rod in there. The rod, you back it up, it locks into this pump. You you pump fill it, and then detach the rod, and then you've got a nice little filled up pen. I'm not interested in filling the pen. It's already full. I refilled it. Which nib is on it? So this is one of CY's nibs, and it is, let me find out here, Sanka Kusen. So it's not one of his stacked nibs, but it is one of his ground nibs. So if you look at the tipping, you can see the shape of the tipping there. And I've had this pen for 8 months or so now. I did not clean it when I got it. I just inked it up right away. And so I have to say, aside from the inking experience, which was less than positive, because I'm not super into the filling system. It's just, to me, it's just more complicated than what I would want. The nib, however, is very nice. So let me make sure I'm not missing your questions. Doug, flipping the worm, yes. Yes, Bailey, if you have not seen Two Ring Circus, you should go check it out. We did talk about worm farming, which was really exciting for me. I'm not sure anybody else cared about it, but I really enjoyed it. Okay. Yes, Bon Mama, Bon Mama. That is really nice jam. Okay, so this is the, what nib did I say this was? The Sanka Kusen. Okay, so Sanka Kusen, and it, to me, this performs like a Naginata Togi in terms of the slight softness. It's a long tine. There's tipping at the end that has a bit of a shape, and it's like a slight architect. I think it's really cool. Michelle, what do you mean worms freak you out? They are worms for compost, not just like pet worms, which you could also do if you're into that. So let's do some writing here. We have the Kyuseido Kakari. This is the black PVD titanium version of the pen. If you're curious about price, I have to say I have done worse. It's not an inexpensive pen. It's definitely a bit of a splurge. You're looking at $660 US for this particular setup. And just so you know, the nib is gold. This is a gold nib, 14 karat gold. And you can also get it with steel nibs and also stacks if you prefer. The back of this page, this is a Rhodia notebook. Look at this. That's feathering. Rhodia, you should be ashamed of yourself, quite frankly. Rude. So let's do some writing. Let's do the 7 wildly panting fruit flies, shall we? Panting fruit flies gazed anxiously at the extremely juicy. The sentence is getting more and more obscene. Bouncing kumquats. Okay, so here's a few things about this. My biggest con is the pen is heavy. And I think that's something that will be an issue for a lot of people because it is heavy and it's a little back heavy. So the center would be about here. And so it's just, I guess it's just because there's so much going on. And the cap is also heavy. So it's a pretty substantial pen. That's not a bad thing. It's just for people who are sensitive to the weight of a pen. That's something to know. It's not an inexpensive pen, so to make an investment like this, you got to be aware. The nib is really fun. I have this inked with. Anybody want to guess what it's inked with? Yes, it's true. Michelle, don't feel bad about hating worms. I'm not going to hold it against you. And it's okay. Okay, the ink is so pretty. This is one of the first fancy inks I ever got. This is Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. And I have been inking this particular pen with Yamabudo since I got it like 8 months ago, and I've emptied it and I've re-inked it with the same ink. Sorry, my eyeball's itchy. And I keep picking this ink, and I really am upset with this paper because what is that? Like, honestly, what is that? What? Like, this isn't Hobonichi, Rhodia. You're supposed to, like, get it together. So, let's talk about how it feels. It is a soft nib. So, if we do regular lines with no pressure, you get a nice, I'm going to say a wet medium. Okay? And if we add some pressure, you get a nice double broad, and it tolerates the pressure really well. This is a nib that you need to not be a total new person with, because you need to understand how much pressure you're applying to it and how much pressure a gold nib like this can withstand before overextending. However, it doesn't matter when you have terrible paper, because it's going to look disgusting anyway. So again, thanks, Rhodia, whom I generally love, but not right now. So we're going to move to a different notebook. Okay, let's move to this. This is my Hobonichi. This one might also, this one also might not perform very well. We'll see. We'll see what it decides to do. Okay, chat. You guys are hopping and bopping. Oh, hello, Pasquale. Welcome. This is excellent. And I think I could be insane. I thought Luke was in here. Luke, are you in here? Let me see. No, I could be insane. Never mind. I'm probably insane. But Luke, if you are here, please say hi again. I understand that all of you, or some of you, have just returned from the Baltimore Pen Show. This is the first time in 3 years that I have not attended the Baltimore Pen Show, and I'm very sad about it. Yay! Hello, Luke! I just wanted to announce that, in case you don't know, that I just wanted to announce, like, he didn't ask me to do this, I'm just telling you. Papa J Woodworks is now Papa J Studio. And so I just wanted to say that because I recently posted one of my Papa J pens and I tagged Papa J Woodworks, and then it's no longer applicable because it's now Papa J Studio. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up. And also myself, so that I remember when I'm doing tags to tag the right account. Welcome. And also, Luke, I am so amused by the fact that your cat has a stroller. So that's something special. I have had a lot of cats, and I have never walked them in a stroller. I have walked them on harnesses and leashes, but never a stroller. And so you are next level special. And I think it's amazing. Yes, Simmergy, you did not miss the drive to Baltimore, but isn't my joy worth it? The cat stroller. If you follow Luke on Instagram, he actually posted on, I think it was in his stories though, so it might be gone, but he posted the cat in the stroller, and I'm so, like, I needed moments to recover from the comedy. The ink I am using is, this one is Pilot Iroshizuku Yamabudo. I'm gonna say it's pretty classic. I think this one has been around for a fair amount of time, at least since I joined the pen world in like 2010. And as far as I know, there are no plans for Pilot to discontinue it. They better not. That would be very annoying should they have done that, because they discontinued a couple others from their Iroshizuku series, and they did replace it with new ones, and they are really pretty, but I'm really sad about it because I liked the colors they discontinued. So that was upsetting. Okay, Luke says there's a new cat stroller picture today, so go look at his stories. I don't know if you're able to post. I don't know if the stupid YouTube thing will block you from posting a link. So what I'm going to do, I can post it. I'm going to post it right now so that we can go look at your story. Oh my god. Worth it. 100% worth it. You guys need to go look. You need to go look. Okay. Okay. So, here's another thing that I've been exploring lately. It's watercolors. I am not an artist. I don't know what I'm doing. And you would think that after being in the pen world, I would be sensible and say something like, hey, Gourmet pens, to myself. You know what it's like to be in a hobby and spend all your money on stuff that you don't need or can't afford. So maybe keep it together. I can't even open this. Like, keep it together and don't overdo it. Nope, that's not what's happening. So the cat in the stroller. I wish I could draw, because I would draw that picture. So I'm gonna try. Okay. So I've had a ragdoll before. I know what they're like. They are special cats. So here is ragdoll. They are supposed to have tiny ears. They have big eyes that are always blue. This is Luna. And then her... Wait, she should have a sad face. And then her paws are like this in the stroller. And so, like, this is what you could see in the stroller. This is all fur. Luna's not naked. I regret putting this in my my Incumessa's notebook, because it's now immortalized, and I don't necessarily want to see this ever again. It's kind of a reminder of the fact that I cannot draw. So that's Luna. So let's just identify this as Luna. And while I do that, I can tell you this nib is really nice for cursive. So I'm not writing straight on. I find it's nicer as an oblique. Sorry. It's dry here. Okay, so I've got this going as an oblique. I find that it flows really beautifully. I hold it really high up, which is unusual for me. I don't usually hold pens so high up. And yeah, it's quite comfortable when I'm holding it high up, but it's very odd. Okay. The Instagram, I posted the link. Maybe someone can try to repost it. That would be wonderful. The link is to Papa J Studios Instagram account, so you can go look at his story and see my artwork of Luna. There is a question. The handwriting. Yes. Wait, what handwriting? Are we referring... I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I'm trying to pay attention because I'm excited to hang out with you guys. And yet, at the same time, I'm trying to, like, give you a rundown of the pen. But I made you buy a course nib. Thank you, Fountain Pen News. I appreciate that head nod. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I love course nibs so much. I recently got another one but a platinum coarse nib because I felt like I needed it for research. Oh, thank you so much. You like the Luna. I'll show you. This is one of the things I love doing with the letter L. I like giving it a double tail. And I think that L's come out really nice. You're curious about what the banana duck pen, the Danana buck, is what was about to come out of my mouth. So, let's write that. Danana buck. And I feel like that is just not right. Danana buck. That is just not appropriate. Yeah. Danana buck. But Bailey, you have a really good name too, because the B works really well for this as well. Like that same tail. So you've got a good name for it. Actually, a lot of you have good names. Like, clearly we've got Luke, who's got the amazing L. For Nick, yeah, he's got that nice... Wait, that wasn't an N. He's got that nice N. His reply, banana duck. Banana duck. The Chicago Pen Show. I would love to teach there. That's not true. I would like to go and just shop and spend all the monies. Not my monies, but someone's money. Like, I need a sugar pen person. That doesn't sound right. I would just like to go shop based on credit that already exists. And, but yeah, I will be there. I will not be teaching. I'm going to just go shopping. And I'm pretty excited about that. So, my plan, Chicago was May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, I think, or 2nd, 3rd, 4th, somewhere around there. I will be there. And I'm going to be buying myself stuff. Even though I don't need anything. Even though I now have a new hobby, and it's possibly more dangerous than fountain pens. Sugar dollars. No, Bailey, I don't want a sugar pen daddy. I want sugar dollars. That's what it is. I want sugar dollars. Thank you, Tom. That is correct. We want sugar dollars. And it's like, what is the barter rate for sugar dollars? What is the going rate? What is the exchange of sugar dollars to gourmet pens? Okay, this is completely irrelevant, but the new hobby is watercolors, and I have some. So I received a lot as gifts. A friend, this is completely irrelevant. I mean, irrelevant to the stream, but a friend made me some, and so I put them in here. And I have another set from another friend who made me some, and so I was playing with them last night, and I was having a blast. I know, nobody cares, but I'm gonna show you. And then this one, look at that amazing tin. And then, look, I was actually using it, dirtying it up and feeling really good about it. And then I threw in other things, and I'm just really excited about it. So, it's really foreign to me because I'm not used to, or I don't often engage in hobbies that I'm not good at. Like, I don't really do new hobbies. I only do things that I'm already good at. And so now it's really exciting to me because it's weird to me to be a newbie, like to be exploring and learning and asking questions. Like at the art store, I went there and I was like, I am just looking for a brush. I don't know anything about what I'm doing, and it's so wild to experience being on the receiving end of something new like this. So it's very cool, and I'm having a really good time. It's been like 3 days. So we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. We'll see what deranged things I produce. Do you want to see something that I made last night? I'll show you. I was FaceTiming with my girlfriend and we were both doing watercolor stuff. And let me just show you what I ended up doing. I made this thing. And I loved it so much and it makes me so happy. I know this is not fountain pen stuff, but it makes me so happy. And I love the colors and I love the way the pigments move and stuff. So I'm having so much fun. Claudia, if you thought pen people were nerds about paper, watercolor people are even nerdier. I feel like I'm okay with that because I feel like, unlike the pen world where our thing is like Tomoe River and who knows what's going on with it now, I feel like watercolor is always going to be solid. Always going to be really relevant. They're not going to get rid of like the nicest of the papers. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's see. Subgirl, doing a masked life drawing session as you can. Oh, and getting to you. Oh, you're masked. Oh, I'm so slow. You're wearing a mask. And getting to use your watercolors that way. Yes. Okay. Whatever it takes, right? They look like peonies. Thank you very much. And then, I have used water brush pens with my inks. I have done that. So just as an example, I did it here on this page. And so what I do is I create an outline. So this is an inky mess. And what is the point of me telling you that? Because I'm creating a new thing, which is doodle stacking. And I'm trying to differentiate between the two. So this is an inky mess. I did a solid outline with a pigmented ink. And then I just use my water brush to just like bring it all together. And yeah, sometimes I will do it. Hang on. I was using it a lot as of late. So this is also my water brush through ink. And so this is also an inky mess. And I did it along the edges as a border. And actually what I did with this was just put like 4 drops along the page and then just pulled it through with my water brush. And I think that was all. No. And then I did this here as well. So I've definitely been exploring with tools and not just pens, but yeah, it's so interesting to explore. This was water brushing. It's so interesting to explore like other pigments and colors and stuff. So I'm gonna be broke pretty soon, like broke-er, I feel like, because this is like a dangerous color hobby. So, you know. Random shapes for your watercolor, that is the solution. I know, again, I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be about a fountain pen, but I was playing yesterday. I made a whale because I was making a random shape. So I did this entire thing and I had blobbed some extra pigment. And then I thought, wait a minute, this looks like a whale. It just needs the tail. It even has a little whale smile. And yes, I want Dutch paints. I absolutely do. And then I started just making circles. And this is kind of what I do with fountain pen ink. But it's a different paper, so it behaves totally different. And I am having the time of my life. I don't even want to work. I don't want to pack orders. I just want to play with stuff and play with pigment. Playtime. Playtime is what we're looking for here. We just want to play. That, John, you're right. There's poor and there's po. And po means you can't even afford the O and the R. Yes. Yes. No, it's okay. I'm just, it's like, do I need to pay rent or do I want to buy watercolors? Well, let's not talk about what decision I made there. Just kidding. Just kidding. We have really good tenant laws in Ontario, so I should not get kicked out. How are watercolors different from fountain pen inks? Oh my gosh, what an incredible question. Notes from past Amy. I wish I was knowledgeable enough to answer that. Um, I'm gonna say I don't know. I don't know enough to really answer that properly, but um, watercolors use micas, like bigger pigments, from what I understand, and fountain pen inks are using really small water soluble dyes. And we occasionally have inks like the platinum carbon black, where it is a pigmented ink, or Sailor's nano pigmented inks, which are pigmented with chunks, but really small chunks. Because it has to go through a feed, fountain pen inks are finer, and I think watercolor inks are just more robust in terms of the dyes they're using. Thank you, Subgirl. You are a doll. Thank you so much for that. Watercolors are pigments usually, and inks are dyes. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for answering that. Okay, I'm moving on to a different nib. We're moving on to a nib now. Why? Because I feel like it. I wanted to play with the Kakamorei nib as well because I have this new ink and I just wanted to play with it. And I also want to show you, if you haven't seen it yet, I wanted to... Oh, where did all that ink come from? Oh my god. Oh, it's all in the bottle. Oh, okay. Anyway. Okay, let's try to clean that off me. Oops. This is a nib holder made by Pens by Pasquale, and this is of his own creations, and it's just really pretty, and I wanted to show it to you. And now it's on my mouth. So, the Kakamorei nib, this one's brass. And no, it's not the same thing. We have the Kyuseido Kakari and then the Kakamorei. They're totally different. One is a dip nib, one is a fountain pen. But I really want to show you this holder because it's got Oporex opal bits in it. And so what Nick did was he took the leftovers of one of my pens, like one of these, and yeah, look at that, it's so pretty. And then he poured it with a transparent dark purple resin, and so it became a holder. And then he made it into this kind of holder, and it even has a little tail. So it is very cool. I think there's like 2 of these out in the world, or one, and he has the other one. I had to actually send him the block of opal just because I really wanted it, and they're kind of hard to get. So I'm just rambling. Okay. I don't know if I finished my sentence. I don't really care. Oh, this is a beautiful color. This looks like petrol blue. If this is Mont Blanc petrol blue, if they rebranded the same color, heads are gonna roll. Heads are going to roll. I have to go find my bottle of petrol blue. If this is the same color, no, it's Around the World in 80 Days. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if you know this, but recently, this was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, Mont Blanc got busted rebranding or relabeling an existing bottle of ink with a different color. So I don't remember what the colors were, but it was like the same blue was another blue, and to me this looks like Around the World in 80 Days. So I am going to laugh so hard if it is, because I'm going to be so mad. It's a really nice color, but I already have a bottle of Around the World in 80 Days. And it looks a lot like Petrol Blue and Petrol Blue from Mont Blanc. And I don't know if you heard, Lamy is bringing back Lamy is bringing back the dark petrol ink. So, like, there's just so much going on right now. It is a really nice blue. This is one of the best nibs on the planet. I need to move up. I don't know. Simmergy, I don't know. Petrol was in their small special edition blue bottles. So this one, this big bottle is 50 ml. So Petrol came in a 30 ml bottle. I'm gonna be so mad if they did that. Yes. So who's going to Chicago? I would like to know. Please let me know. So that you can hopefully help control me when I'm having sugar dollar issues. Sugar dollar. And then, oh no. Oh no. You know what happens after my lives? I turn off my camera, I turn off all the lights, I lie in front of the fan for like 20 minutes to cool off. And then and then I go and wash off all the ink from my parts. This is what happens. Where do you buy a block of opal? Michelle, send me a text. I will send you the link. I will hook you up. Oh, look, I wrote your name. Michelle. That's what happens when you're in my thoughts. Somebody actually requested that I show the Kakamorei nib, and I gotta say, this is one of the coolest nibs on the planet. So, strings and petals, you will not help control me. Please do, because I will need help. As we know, at Chicago, I need help. That show is notorious for me not being well behaved, as we know. Okay, Pasquale, you are on it. Excellent. Let's turn the page. I'm gonna write on this side. I'm gonna do it over here. Yeah, you're gonna be working. I will not be working at the Chicago show. I'm gonna be doing the opposite of working. I'm gonna be spending time trying to convince myself not to buy stuff, and also maybe probably buying stuff. I will get a nib grinder too. Yes, I will come be your assistant, because then I can touch all the pens and nibs. And then if you need sugar dollars, I don't like where this sentence is going. Let's dip it again. Thank you, John. I do need that. If you need sugar dollars. I love the Kakamorei because it's very affordable and it's very versatile, and also I can really abuse it. Like, I could put it away dirty. Oh my gosh. I can flick ink off it. Like, you could tap it and get ink. It's just a really good nib. If you need sugar dollars, you heard it here first. Flipping the worm and sugar dollars. Flipping the worm. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to work it. I'm not working in Chicago. What I'm going to do is just shop. I'm going to shop and spend the monies. Shop. And I was hoping Plotter was going to go, but it looks like they're not. Which makes me very annoyed. Sugar Dollar would be a fun sticker. Okay, if Sugar Dollar was a sticker, what would we do with it? Like, should we make it cutesy patootsy? Like, should it be inky or splattery? Like, what does Sugar Dollar look like? You've seen some Sugar Dollars. Yes, I'm so sorry, Claudia, that we convinced you to do DC. It'll be great because we will all be there. Well, some of us will be there. I will be there, and it's going to be fun. Plus, we have to look after Michaela, who will also be there, and have a White Bear Pens table, hopefully, so that I can go shop at it. Oh, look, Claudia, your name ended up on my Inky Mess notebook. I'm so sorry. Okay, hello, Jello. Do you know what I started doing today? I started helping the organizers for the Philly Pen Show start organizing for the 2026 Philly Pen Show. So the dates are up on the website. I'm just letting you know, if you haven't been to the Philly Pen Show, you need to go, because I go and I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And it's a really high quality show, and if you're not a high quality person, then you're not welcome. So you best high quality yourself up and you attend, or something. Or something like that. Philly is the best. Like, it really is a good show. Dragon Drawer, when does your pen budget triple when you're attending a pen show? Does it triple when you get there, or does it triple before you go and you realize, oh, I need to triple this budget? And is it valid tripling, or are you just tripling it in your head and it's not actually tripled? That's the question. Excellent question. Do I have a favorite vibrant blue? Was that a question for me? Like, are you referring to an ink? Please let me know. Doug, is there anything you can help with for the show? We need food recommendations. That is very important, I'm gonna have to say. Yeah, I understand, Subgirl. Yes. I did wear a mask in parts of Philly, but Philly is pretty chill. The last 2 years at DC, I got sick, so I will be wearing a mask, and I'm gonna get my booster. But even so, it's pretty crazy. Dustin, you're not allowed to Philly? Not allowed because you're trash? No. Yeah, I'm not really super into washable light blues. If I'm looking for a vibrant blue, I'm gonna say Pen Gallery slash Diamine's Jalur Gamilang, which is a really beautiful blue. Super nice. Pannonia's Azul Frida is also beautiful. Yeah. Let me see here. DC's is very much. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's like a lot of vendors. There's a lot of people. Last year I was there for the entire weekend, and other than making it to Pen Realm's table for a nib grind, I didn't actually go into the main big ballroom, which is insane when you think about it, because that's where the majority of the people are. And I just haven't. I didn't make it because it was just too much. John, that's a good question. How do I feel about designing my own special type of blue ink? I can do that because I don't have a true blue. I have kinds of blues, like I've got the Business in the front, Party in the back, blue black. As Simmerjeet says, I've got Tobermory Rec, which is like a turquoise, but I don't have a true blue. Oh, ice cream sandwiches. Yes, Bailey, it is overwhelming. If I can recommend anything, go on the Friday. Saturday and Sunday are completely insane. The Friday is busy, but it's not like open to the public yet busy. So it's really people who have just gotten weekend passes, and so it's a lot more tolerable. Do that, wear earphones or something, and take a lot of breaks, and it can be okay. That's what I do to survive. But honestly, I take a lot of breaks. Like, I will just go to my room and disappear for hours because I could only handle like 2 hours on the show floor before I need a break. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what it takes, it's totally fine. Don't feel bad about it. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the DC show after hours is pretty active, pretty bopping. And I think coming in or just meeting up with people afterwards is a really good idea. I think that's really nice. Was it this DC that I got? Yes, it was this DC that I got COVID. And then I had to skip out on Stationery Fest like 3 days later, which was world's biggest bummer. So that sucked. And so this year I will be much more careful. And nothing, but there is no Stationery Fest this year. But still, I still don't want to get sick like that ever again. Thank you so much. The video, it's a new camera, and I kept trying to cut corners with other cameras, thinking, okay, well, other streamers use this item. I just got a real camera, and it's made all the difference in the world. So thank you. I'm so glad that you noticed, and I'm glad that you like it. So, if you need sugar dollars, Flipping the Worms, Claudia, Hello Jello. This is what comes out of these streams, is deep, profound words like this. I don't know why I took the Kakamorei nib out. I was going to do something with it. It's probably because I got ink all over me. What type of COVID booster will I get? We don't really have a choice up here. We just kind of get what's available. The last one I got, I honestly, it was Moderna. I don't know. But yeah, we just kind of get what we get. Do not recommend getting sick on a pen show tour. I'm going to have to agree with you. It is a terrible idea. A terrible idea. That is a good question, Pertnux. What does everyone else do while watching or listening? Do you doodle along? Good question. I'm glad to know you're doodling along. I mean, what are you doodling? Like, are you writing the words that I'm saying? Like, is this eavesdropping on a random conversation? Or are you drawing things that I'm describing? I'm terribly curious. Next Monday, we're looking at a new notebook. Sorry. I'm looking forward to it because I am exploring papers again, which I stopped doing when I discovered Tomo, and I was like, that's it. This is like the grail of paper for me. And now that it's doing whatever it wants, I have to re-explore Tomo and other papers. So we are looking at the Usari notebook next Monday. Usari. And it is going to be quite exciting because I haven't done paper stuff in a really long time. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the paper stuff I'm doing right now is watercolor paper stuff, which is not the same. And I cannot waste watercolor paper on fountain pen stuff because it's really expensive. And yeah, it's just, watercolor people are cray cray. And I'm totally on board and I understand. Swoops and squiggles. I like that. Okay, so perhaps a sugar dollar is a sugar cookie with a $ shaped stamp in the middle. Okay, so a sugar cookie, those are usually round. They have really nice royal icing, right? And then just a $. Do your $ have one or two? Okay, so this is a sugar dollar. I feel like this should be a thing at pen shows now. And it's like, if you're well behaved, you earn a sugar dollar. And then it can be redeemed somewhere. Ooh, a sugar cookie sand dollar. This is making me hungry. Dustin, you make watercolors? This is amazing. Amazing. Claudia, what type of Midori paper? Like, is it the MD or is it the Traveler's Notebook paper? I don't like my plotter paper. It is good paper in terms of performance, but I prefer white paper, and it is kind of yellow, so it bugs me. 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 Also, the worst part about the clocks moving forward is there's so much daylight, and I hate it so much. Because like 2 hours ago, it was bright out, and I had to keep the blinds closed because I did not want the sunshine in my eyes. I might be a vampire. Does bank paper or onion skin paper come in loose leaf? Yes, I'm pretty sure you could purchase onion skin in reams, but I will have to check. What is my most used pen and ink currently? I can't answer that. This is half of my pens that are inked. So I can't answer that because everything is inked. So my most used pen and ink is all of it. I'm not useful in this regards. Yes, Wendy Sue is like the onion skin paper knowledgeables. Favorite A5 notebooks? That I can help you with. Okay, so one of them, for example, is the one that we're writing in, but because it is wet, I'm going to leave it. A Hobonichi. This is the Hobonichi version of the notebook. It's just Tomoe, and this is the grid version, but you can also get blank, which is this one. I also love the Nebula Note premium notebook. Really nice paper. It's white paper. It's a little bit thicker than Tomoe River, but it's really nice. I'm a big fan of this. And I also use the Galen notebooks. We'll find out if I like the Usari next week. And Grafilo A5. So those are the ones that I tend to use the most. Have I tried the Plotter Midori cotton paper? Yes, the letterpress paper. It is so nice, but because it's so limited and so hard to get, I'm not using it as much as I would like to, but I should. I really should. So that is the the letterpress paper is so classy. Oh, I love it. But I have so little of it that I don't want to use it up. Because I write nonsense in my plotters. Like, it's really nonsense. It's not even keepable inky mess nonsense. It's actual literal nonsense. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Does anybody know what they're going to do with themselves? Do we even know what we're doing with ourselves? Oh no. I'm going to stab myself. Stamp myself. You print your own planner inserts. Ooh. That sounds really nice. You're losing a battle of wills with your joint custody cat who insists on chewing on everything, including you. That sounds like a cat. Like, yeah. Do I use a rollerball for writing checks? I do not have checks. But I do have a couple of rollerballs, and I do use them. Here's just one. So this is one. I have a few rollerballs. This is one of them. It's the Mont Blanc Pix, and I just like it because it's really easy to use. And I purchased this in Boston. So this was fun. This was the year that I got to see Annabelle at Boston. So I got that there. And, but no, I do not write checks. And if I was writing a check, I would use a ballpoint. But I love your question. I love that. I think that's really fun. I love it. Isn't it? Here. And I can one-hand it. That's what she said. In the Mont Blanc, I've got the Mont Blanc rollerball refill. This particular one is the Barbados blue color. But that's what I use in here all the time. And it would also take, like, something else. The Parker or something refill, but why would you do that, right? No fun. No fun there. Put something nice in there. Make it delightful. Make it a joy. Panting fruit flies. Gaze anxiously. Anxiously at the juicy. Bouncing kumquats. Yeah. I had a Caesar salad for dinner. It was really good. My favorite part was probably the garlic toast. Which was nothing to do with the salad itself. Not at all. Nothing to do with it. I do like the engraving on this nib. It's very cute. Let's see. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Is it there we go. It's very cute. You haven't had dinner yet? That's really sad. I usually, well, this is the first time I'm doing 9 p.m. So this is unusual for me. And I would love your feedback if you prefer 9 p.m. Eastern or 10 p.m. Eastern. I generally like 10 p.m. because I feel like the world is quieter. But if 9 p.m. is satisfactory for many of you, I'm okay with that. Waterproof inks with sheen. That's a good question. Waterproof inks don't often have sheen. And the reason for that is because they are generally absorbed quite quickly by paper. And if it has sheen, that means it's very saturated. And so the sheen will get washed away anyway. I'm going to say that the most water resistant ink, not waterproof, with sheen will be Sailor Kiwaguro, which is a black ink with a gold sheen, but still they're generally not super sheeny inks just because of the way the waterproofing has to work. Which brand of pen do I have the most of? Outside of custom pens, like bespoke pens from small makers, I'm actually gonna say probably Mont Blanc, just because I have a lot of their vintage stuff. And then Pilot. Yeah. Okay, 9 p.m.'s okay. I'm okay with 9 p.m. I very much liked the low volume eyedroppers that Skogsy had on display at Baltimore. I had to resist pestering my friends to pick one up for me because I will pick one up for myself in Chicago with my sugar dollars. That cracks me up. With my sugar dollars. I do love Pilot. I really do. Actually, I guess if you consider Pilot and Namiki as the same brand, I do have more Pilot / Namiki than anything else. And I have like 30 Pilot parallels. So yeah. So you know what? Fair point. It's going to be Pilot that wins. That is the brand that I have the most. The parallels are amazing. Parallels are amazing. It is just love. Love. Okay, well, I try to cap these at an hour so that I don't take up too much of your time. And, just so that it fits into your schedule and stuff. So I guess we'll wrap up. But thank you all so much for joining. You made my heart feel really good today. So I'm so grateful. And so next week we're doing the Usari, but if you have requests or if there's stuff you want to see, just let me know and I will do my best to accommodate. And yeah, that's pretty much it for a Monday night. Hopefully this has brightened your day, well, I guess your evenings a little. And I will be here next Monday, but otherwise I'm on the Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, and Patreon as Gourmet Pens. And I love you all very much. Thank you for being here with me. Take care, and we will see you next week. Bye!